What's going on, everybody? Brandon here from Gearist, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Fast Wing Hoodie from Salomon. This is one of those reviews where I wasn't actually the person that tested and reviewed this jacket. That was done by our guy Ben, who lives in Lucerne, Switzerland, with Tanya, who you guys also have heard from before. So I'm going to do my best to bring you this review in as much detail as Ben provided, but if you have any questions, as always, we'd love to hear your questions, comments, and all that kind of stuff down in the comments section below, and always feel free to email info@gearist.com or reach out to us on all the socials. The Fast Wing Hoodie from Salomon is a super lightweight jacket that has both racers and weekend warriors in mind. From its full-length zipper to its chest pocket, which actually doubles as a stow pack, and a solid fit, this is a jacket that's going to be able to provide all those things that you're looking for, plus excellent range of motion. The first thing we're going to take a look at is the materials and construction of the Fast Wing Hoodie. Now, you probably know that Salomon does not skimp on this sort of thing, and so this is one of the first places where we're going to see that. With the entire Fast Wing Hoodie being composed of nylon, this thing comes in at only 94 grams, which, no matter how much weight you're trying to save, means that it's a really easy piece to take along with you and should kind of be a no-brainer just in case the eventuality of some rain, some snow as you get up high, any of those things come up. Also in the jacket is a soft, advanced skin shield fabric. Now, this stuff is double ripstop, so apart from the fact that you're kind of doubling down, as the title would suggest, you're doubling down on the amount of toughness that it gives you, it also gives a little bit of stretch at different angles. Not only does this help increase that range of motion, but it also further prevents the eventuality of ripping. This material is also designed to be wind resistant. Now, keep in mind that if there's some light rain or something like that, it's going to help to keep that rain at bay, but this is not, and should not be confused as, a rain jacket. The Fast Wing Hoodie has a full-length front zipper, which goes top to bottom like a full-length zipper does, but also right about chest height, right about the middle of the sternum, as you can see here, is a piece of what we're going to call a clip tag. This is a little piece that we've seen in a few Salomon jackets. It's a really smart way to address the jacket slipping off. So let's say, for instance, that you're wearing this, it gets a little bit warm, and of course you're running or hiking or what have you, you've got that physical activity going on, so your body temperature is going to be a little higher, but you still want to stay dry or stay out of the wind or whatever. This is a way for you to just clip there, but still keep the zipper open and breathable without the thing flying off your shoulders. It's a small but really important characteristic. As I mentioned a second ago, the Fast Wing Hoodie also has that zippered chest pocket. Now, this guy acts as the stow pack, the stash pack, whatever you want to call it. You simply take the jacket, fold it into that pocket, and there you have a very, very packable, super portable, small, and the same weight, obviously, because you're not taking anything away, the jacket balled up to where you could just shove it into a hydration pack pocket or something like that. Now, this was the most important part in Ben's review, and this was the motion fit and the articulation of the sleeves of the Fast Wing Hoodie. As he says, there are few things more irritating than wearing a jacket that doesn't move with you, or any piece like that just doesn't move with you when you're doing its prescribed activity. Under each armpit is a fairly wide opening that not only allows for breathability, but it also allows for a little more articulation of your arms, not just outward this way, but also back and forth with a natural running action. There's also enough material, as well as a little bit of an elasticized / stretchy piece at the backside of the hood, so that, or the neck rather, so that when you've got that hood up, you've got that free range of motion to be able to turn your head like this without feeling like your head is turning inside of the hood, which, if you've been there, what happens with that is that you lose your periphery because the hood just simply doesn't move with you, and this aims to prevent that. Speaking of that hood, apart from a little bit of cinching right along the cheeks here, it also offers a little bit of a duckbill, about 1.5 inches that sticks out. The duckbill is not particularly stiff, so if you are in heavy rain, it's going to get pushed down a little bit, but again, this is not a rain jacket. It's just there to maybe keep a little bit of that light rain as well as some sun off your face. Now we're going to get into the performance of the jacket, and for testing this jacket, Ben used this in some wind and light rain over the winter, some cool temps that kind of popped up as well. For him, it worked best, and I would assume that it would be that similar way for me. It worked best when the temperatures actually got down into the 30s or 40s, and he simply had a short sleeve t-shirt underneath. Now, the reasoning behind that for him and the reasoning behind that for me as well would be that it becomes a little bit too steamy. This is going to provide that wind protection, and as such, while it is breathable, especially with those armpit openings, it's not going to be as breathable as, say, just like a tech fabric t-shirt or something, long sleeve, and so it might get a little bit steamy. And when he wasn't wearing it, this was small and lightweight enough for Ben to take, stuff into his pack, and have it there as backup, or simply take it out when he was going out in case he started low and ran high. That's something that people don't take account of a lot of the time. Is like if you start down here below these several thermoclines where it's X degrees, and then you're going to go up here where you're going through those thermoclines, you're going X minus whatever degrees, and it gets a little bit colder. So being able to have a very packable jacket like this in your hydration pack or just on your person in a pocket, what have you, is something that's really important to do. And now let's talk a little bit about the fit and the wear of the Fast Wing Hoodie. In general, Salomon has 4 ranges of fit that go from skin fit to relaxed fit. The Fast Wing Hoodie we're talking about today has an overall active fit, which is not quite the relaxed, a little more aggressive, and also not quite that skin fit. The only possible exception that is a little more aggressive would be that hood, which isn't exactly tight to the head, but it is a little more snug to provide that movement with the body. Ben actually wore this in a size large. Now, typically, he wears a size medium. And now, Ben is about my height. He's about 6 feet tall, thinner than I am, a smaller frame than I am. But so what he kind of deduced from that is that in this large, since it fit him perfectly, it tends to maybe run a little bit smaller. This is not uncommon for Salomon. If you've worn their clothes before, then you likely have a better idea of their fit. Ben also mentions really enjoying how long the jacket was. That actually came a little bit below the waist, especially in the back, so there's a bit of a drop tail. What this is going to do is it's going to allow your butt to stay covered and prevent that kind of thing where it just tends to ride up your backside like that. It also has some longer sleeves, and he noticed this because he was able to, when it got a little bit colder and gloves might have been a little bit too much, but he wanted to keep his hands warmer, be able to pull that sleeve down over his hand enough to protect it and provide a little bit of warmth. On a really great note, the Fast Wing Hoodie can be washed with the rest of your laundry. It's no big deal at all to do that. However, they do recommend air drying. This is going to prolong the life as well as the stitching and things like that of the piece itself. One thing that Ben points out is that it will wrinkle. Now, it can be ironed inside out to get rid of some of those wrinkles, but if you're using the stuff sack, the pocket stuff sack there, it's going to wrinkle up. This is not a big deal, and they really don't go away, those wrinkles, when you put it on. It's not going to go away when you do, so it's just something to be aware of. But again, this is a technical piece, and to be honest, who cares what you're wearing when you're going out on a run? It should come as no surprise that one of Salomon's high-end technical pieces comes with a relatively high price tag. Now, this guy right now, we can get a little bit less, but the original price tag was about $110, and if I'm not mistaken, if you check down below in the buy links that we've got down there, we should have it for quite a bit less than that for you. So it's worth checking the links in the description, as well as if you're on Gearist.com, the buy links that we provided there as well. Believe it or not, this price tag is actually pretty comparable to other brands in the same category. What's interesting is that this, if compared with Salomon's S Lab collection, if you're not familiar with the way that those lines go in Salomon, the S Lab is kind of the top end, the really super high-end racer-y stuff. This is about half the price of a similar jacket in that range, and it's still a really great, very solid windbreaker slash kind of keeping you warm jacket slash keep a little bit of rain and mist off of your body if you need to. And as Ben points out, even if you are expecting some heavy rain or snow, just some heavier precipitation, this is a piece that can be used as a layering piece. It's not going to be as breathable as some other layering pieces that are more natural fabrics with a higher loft and things like that. But again, it's not a rain jacket, but as a layering piece, it also works a little well. And with this kind of versatility, $110, or again, I would point out that we've got it for less right now, those prices are well worth the investment for a really solid, well-constructed and quality piece. Guys, before we get to the question of the day, I want to ask you to please like and favorite this video and subscribe to our channel. And we've got a guy out there, by the way, at Geek with a Side of Nerd, if I'm not mistaken, is his Instagram and Twitter handle. Follow that guy because he is constantly sharing our stuff all over Twitter, on Instagram. It's really amazing. And so to Jeremy, thank you so much for all your support. In fact, to all of you who supported Gearist through our downtime that we just had and getting ramped back up and really believing in what we're doing, it really, really means a lot. So sharing this video, as well as liking and favoring and all those things that you can do, are a huge help to us, including using those buy links, because every time you do that, whether it's an Amazon link, a Zappos link, REI, whatever, every time you do that, it helps to support Gearist a little bit without costing you anything else. Now, our question of the day is, when you're looking for a jacket like the Fast Wing Hoodie that we've just talked about, are you more likely to go with something that's not going to be raincoaty, that's something that's going to be more just a windbreaker, or are you going to be able to look for something that does both? A raincoat jacket, or excuse me, a lightweight jacket that might be more waterproof. What do you prefer? We'd love to hear your answers down in the comments section below. Guys, thank you again so much for spending a few minutes with us today. If you've got any questions, please don't hesitate to email info@gearist.com or reach out to us on any of the socials. You just search for Gearist. We're all over the place. Thank you guys so much, and we will see you next time.